Good morning again, guys. I know it's early. Usually I would not have another video up till lunchtime, but as cruising around, seeing what's going on overnight, something important to pay attention to. I'm not going to say worry about, but I'm going to say pay attention to. Uh, you probably know about what's going on with monkeypox and stuff like this, all right? And I mean, now I guess New York City is starting to see a rise in cases. Okay. I guess there's 490 confirmed cases of monkeypox in New York. Okay. Primarily amongst gay men. And, you know, I want to get this out to you guys before everybody starts freaking out because you know damn well there's an election coming up. And so you can guarantee that the media and the left, who know they're going to get their ass handed to them here in a few months, are going to play this up and say, oh, we need to lock everybody down again. We need to do vote by mail so people are safe and all this sort of stuff. All right. And this isn't, monkeypox isn't the only thing I want to talk about. So don't bail on me when you go, I already know this. Monkeypox is spread by direct contact with somebody who's got the rash, touching the rash or whatever it is. Okay, it can be transmitted by respiratory secretions, with prolonged face-to-face contact, something like kissing or whatever it would. It can be transmitted by touching clothing that has been in contact with the rash, and then women can transmit it to newborns through the placenta. Okay, so unless you're out hoeing around, let's put it this way, your chances of getting this are relatively slim, very slim. Okay, so I don't want everybody to freak out about this, but the news is going to get you. Because then the next one that comes out, and this was just reported this morning, everybody's favorite organization, the World Health Organization, has now issued some sort of emergency warning or whatever about new cases of Marburg. Okay, and if you don't know what Marburg is an Ebola-like hemorrhagic fever. And we've talked about that, what's going on in China back in, I think it was like January or something like that. Well, apparently there's 2 cases of Marburg that have been found or reported about yesterday in Ghana. All right, so again, talking about North Africa, or West Africa, actually. But now, the worrisome thing about Marburg is Marburg has like a 90% fatality rate. The 2 people that had it in Ghana, one was 26, one was 51, and they died within a day of being admitted to the hospital in June. All right. Now, you'll love how the World Health Organization comes out and says this is an emergency now. Here we are, the 18th of July, and this happened in the end of June. So this happened 3 weeks ago. So where they're declaring an emergency 3 weeks later. Just something to think about on that one. All right. Now, what's the deal with it? Hopefully they have this under control. But with the emigration going on from Africa like crazy into Europe, and then of course from Europe into the United States, and that southern border thing, uh, could somebody be sick and get from Ghana to the United States? Yeah, it's possible. Okay. But let's see how probable this is. Now, this is only the second time that Marburg's been found in Africa. It's been in other countries. I mean, it's actually been in the United States before. First time it was found was 1967. That was in Germany and what was then Yugoslavia. Okay. Uh, but this has gone through different countries. I mean, the biggest spread, if you will, was in 2004 in Angola. Uh, and, there you had about 250 people get it, 90% fatality rate again. But again, this is primarily stuck in Africa. I mean, you get Angola, Congo, Kenya, South Africa, Uganda, Zimbabwe. But like I said, there have been outbreaks in Europe and US. Now, how's this spread? All right, well, okay, I don't think most of us are going into caves with bats in at any time. But Marburg is spread directly from contact with bodily fluids, okay? Blood, semen, whatever it would be, spit. So, again, as long as you are not participating in risky behavior, let's just put it that way, uh, you should be fine. Now, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I'm just saying. But what I want you to pay attention to is the hype that we might start hearing now about monkeypox and about Marburg. And again, remember when COVID started, everybody's like, oh, it's only a few cases. And then it got to be what it was, what it was. Now, we can debate whether or not motorcycle deaths were, caused by COVID, but beside the point. Pay attention to this. I wouldn't overly concern myself with this yet. But the one thing to watch, and this is my biggest fear, is this is how Dominion takes over November, if you get what I mean. Gee, we have to do the voting month. Gee, we have to have lockdowns. Gee, we have to do vote by mail. Gee, we can't have people leave the house, so, we need to make ballot harvesting legal. These are the types of things. I'm putting it out there just as something to watch for. Y'all know me. I try to think 2 steps ahead of everybody else and try to put puzzle pieces together. But just pay attention to this. This is just starting to come out. Let's see how long it takes before all of a sudden there's panic in the streets. Let's just not be those people. Pinball